It is so hot today, and stupid me has only just turned on the air conditioner. So yeah, I'm hot right now, but I need to do this, and it's not going to stop me from sharing with you guys my top 10 tips that I have taken from 2022 and I'm still going to implement into 2023. But you guys know I'm all about balance, so I haven't gotten into it yet. This is my balance ebook that I have, and some of these tips are in there. So number one, if you know, clean the kitchen before going to bed. It is number one. It's like a staple rule in our home. It's the first thing that I look at because I come straight into the kitchen and make my breakfast, get my coffee, get Savannah's breakfast, everything. Honestly, I'm very guilty. We have gone through a bit of a period where we would go to bed with the kitchen in a mess, and honestly, I would sleep in. I wouldn't want to get up and do the kitchen. It's not the way how I want to start my day. So number two is emptying the dishwasher in the morning. Now, I know I'm talking a lot about like being in the kitchen and all that sort of stuff, but me as a mom, a wife, I am the one that's in the kitchen the most. But emptying the dishwasher in the morning even helps me, like if I'm at home like right now, it inspires me to cook, you know, my lunch and make a nice meal for dinner. And when it does come to dinner time, when I am cooking, I can also clean up at the same time because my dishwasher is usually, most of the time, half empty, more than half empty. So I can kind of use things, chuck them straight into the dishwasher, and then even the cleanup at nighttime, going back to rule one, it's an easier process. So it kind of just flows. So tip number three is getting up before everybody else in the morning. So this is my time. I know roughly that Savannah's going to get up at like 7:30. So if I get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, I can get myself organized for a day before everybody else wakes up. It allows me to sort of set the tone before everybody else wakes up. So tip number four is planning the day out. So that's also another flow on from getting up earlier than the rest of the house. So if I have got Savannah at home with me for the day, I like to plan a couple of things. So I like to plan to take her to the park, or we'll do water play, or I might get out the Play-Doh, or we might paint and do all these really cool stuff because I like to break up my day. So she has a nap smack bang in the middle of the day. So therefore, I know I've got like the morning and the afternoon to do things with her. I feel like there's nothing worse when it gets to like 11 o'clock and you're like, shit, like Savannah's got a nap in like an hour and a half and all she's done is watch TV all day. And that to me, I get a bit of guilt from that. And I want to make sure that I'm spending as much present time with her as I possibly can. Tip number five is putting on the washing at night. I can put on like 2 to 3 loads of washing at nighttime and then put it back out first thing in the morning, which also flows back to tip number three, where you get up before the rest of the house. Big tick, like first thing in the morning, like you get to tick 2 things off before you even start. So that is another tip I have been using for quite some time and I love it. It's so good, especially if you've got kids. So tip number 6 is put dinner on earlier. I've been at home a lot in the evenings and I've been putting on dinner at around 4:30, and the dinners that I'm cooking are like easy to prepare. I defrost my meal throughout the day and then I chuck it in the oven. I cut up all my veggies and stuff, and I use the alarm on the oven for when I need to put on the vegetables, and then I do the rest of the cook then. But in between all of this, I'm spending time with Savannah, or I'm catching up with Ryan. We're having our coffee when Ryan gets home. It also gives you a little bit more time to clean up the kitchen and enjoy a clean house before going to bed. So tip number 7 is basically a flow on from the last tip as well. But this one is about easier dinner preparations. Sorry, I'm just like reading it as well. So easier dinner preparations. What I mean by this is when Ryan and I would cook like butter chicken or satay chicken or beef stroganoff or whatever it might be that we would cook up, right? It'll take like an hour and a half block. But what we have been doing, which is also a bit of a budget tip too, we've been going to our butcher and they've got these packages. And the last package that we just got had 6 of different variety of meals, right? So we got like chicken Kiev, sausages, mini chicken roasts, all these different little things, right? But there's not 6 of us. So what I asked them to do was to We got 2 different flavors of the mini chicken roast, and they put them 3 in a bag each, so that's 2 nights. And then we got the chicken Kievs. We had 4 of those, I'm pretty sure. So we had 2 and 2, so that's another 2 nights, so that's 4 nights. And then we got like sausages, we got strips, and what else was it? I'm pretty sure I just said beef schnitzels. We had beef schnitzels, so there were 6 of those as well, so we did 3 and 3. So that's 6, 7, 8, about 8 nights worth of dinners, and literally all the preparations are already done. All we had to do is just put them in a tray, put them in the oven, put the veggies on, and while it was all cooking, I got to play with Sav, spend time with Sav, catch up with Ryan. It's just so much more manageable. Plus the budget, like the package literally cost us $45 and it gave us 8 nights worth of food. And then flowing on to tip number 8 is kind of the same. I have been bulk buying chicken for a long time. So I buy like the biggest bulk of chicken and I freeze all the chicken. I can sometimes get 3 nights worth out of one bulk chicken. So, and obviously the dogs get a little bit of chicken as well, rather than buying like a little packet and then just using that up for one night, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, so that is another tip that you could probably take just for budget wise as well. For like budgeting as well, I think it's pretty cool. Tip number 9 is organize outfits the night before. That is, it's honestly, I don't know why. It's just like, I don't know why it makes such a big difference, but it really does. Like if you know what you're going to wear, it's one less thing you have to worry about. You already know, you just get up, you put on your clothes and you go. I guess it's all about preparing for your future self, and you make your own life easier if you do that. So tip number 10 is one of my favorites right now, and that's utilizing calendars and alarms. If I am doing the washing at nighttime, I don't want to forget about it, so I'll do a bit of an alarm in my phone and say like in 45 minutes, check on washing, and I will use my alarm clock for that. And calendars, I love wall calendars. I love the calendar in my phone. Especially with me right now, I've got a few doctor's appointments and things going on right now. I'm not pregnant. If you follow me on Instagram, I've just not been feeling very well. So I've got some medical things I have to do, but everything is like all in my calendar. And yeah, and my calendar actually reminds me a day before as well, which is super cool. So anyway, that brings us to all 10 tips. I really hope that you guys have enjoyed it and haven't bored you with it. But yeah, I honestly swear by all these tips because they really help me out. And yeah, I just want to be a little bit more organized. I really want to be on top of things a little bit more. And again, I just want to be the person for my future self. I need to be, no one else is. I hope you guys have taken something from this, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Also, let me know if you have any tips that you swear by as well, that you have taken on from many years and that you still use to this day, because yeah, I mean, again, it's all about looking after our future selves. So I will leave you guys to it. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.